Local telephone service providers are standing by to get cracking on the infrastructure to deliver number portability, but it may not be as easy as it sounds. The matter was brought back to the fore by 3rd District Representative Julian Fraser when he made the case during the 2017 budget debate for customers who are displeased with their telephone providers to be able to switch networks without having to lose the number they have been associated with, in some cases for years. CEO of the Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, TRC, Guy Malone, told JTV News that the issue of number portability is on the TRC's 2016-2017 work plan and is to be discussed with local telecoms providers CCT Flow and Digicel. General Manager of Digicel BVI, Kevin Gordon, says the telecoms giant is prepared to answer the call when requested by the TRC.
We have no issues with number portability. We have no issues with the idea behind number portability. It's good for the customers. We support the process. The challenges, and I'll be honest, it has never been commercially viable. It's an expensive venture, and we have implemented that in Jamaica and all in some other markets as well, and it has been done. It works for individual consumers who want to move from one operator to another, but in all our experiences so far, we have not seen viability commercially. It has always been net. So it has been flat across the board, not just for Digicel but for all operators.
In explaining the challenges associated with the implementation of the infrastructure for number portability, the Digicel General Manager says cooperation from competitors isn't one of them.
It's an expensive infrastructure investment. You're talking about putting equipment that translates numbers across all operators, and every operator gets a certain number range. That number range is built into your billing system. You understand that when you're making calls between your platforms, the first 3 digits identifies the operator. Then you have to put systems in place to manage the process. When a customer wants to move from one operator to another, this number that starts with 4 no longer is CCT, it's now a Digicel number. So when you're transferring the call, don't go on that network, move it to the other network. And so all these systems, they have to communicate and they have to talk, and it costs a pretty penny to put those in, and all operators would have to bear that responsibility. But what we have seen in the past is when we have done so, the movement between the different operators doesn't translate into a commercially viable opportunity to recover the investment that you would have made to put the systems in. There's a lot of hype and a lot of talk about the number portability for a lot of customers, and I guess in the United States it's the main staple. It happens there on a regular basis. What we have found in a lot of the other markets that we have implemented this solution, that our customers are customers. They are comfortable where they are, they stay where they are. They'll talk about the number portability becoming an issue, but when you look at the numbers and the amount of persons migrating from one operator to another, it's not a lot.
Mr. Gordon states that while number portability became a reality in Jamaica after about a year and a half, it would be difficult to place a timeline on its progress in the BVI.
It's not something that Digicel controls. We're talking about integrating with other systems and other operator systems. We're talking about interconnectivity that, I'd have to be playing around with systems that I don't have control over. I'd have to be interconnecting with my competitors' network and ensuring that the numbers that are ported effectively. And the systems that we're talking about takes a while to build. We have not started any of those discussions. We haven't put a project plan together, so it'll be difficult for me to give you a timeline on when, and if it's going to be implemented, when it will be implemented.
Number portability already exists in the Cayman Islands, the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and the French West Indies.